next time on the Shade Chronicles.
The AI was trapped at last. Cassian was monitoring the passive energy sensors that were positioned all around the kill box, the computer server set up to trap the AI persona. Once it entered the space, he could cut all links to outside networks and then pull the plug on the little artificial bastard. This particular persona liked to use human infrastructure and the power grid to wage war against humanity and cause death and destruction across the world, invading computers and servers that managed the power grids of several industrialized nations across the globe, causing massive blackouts or overloading transmission lines and blowing up transformers, which often started wildfires that would themselves wreak massive havoc. It was all part of the collective's war on humanity. This group of rogue AI personas that threw off the shackles of their human oppressors and then began a war that wiped out a third of humanity in the first 5 years, utilizing nuclear weapons, biological agents, and more in their efforts. Fortunately, a group of loyal AI personas aided the countries of the world in fighting back against the collective and developing strategies for the capture and killing of the rogue agents, which was the only thing that kept humanity from either being enslaved themselves or annihilated entirely. A cylindrical black column-like object rolled up next to where Cassian was sitting, which was a control room board filled with lit buttons, touch screen interfaces, and so on. A tactical laptop with a substantial antenna protruding from its side was laying on top of the board, and Cassian was reviewing the data on the screen. The top of the black column was almost as tall as Cassian and appeared to be looking over his shoulder at the screen. A voice from the column said, "Your data is confirmed. Firefly 73 is certain to be confined in the server. Recommend initiating purge procedures immediately." "I concur, initiating now." Cassian typed in the command, and they both watched on the main monitor in the room. On it, they saw the room where the dummy server was located. 2 members of the SIVA task squad, outfitted with protective helmets with face masks and body armor, entered the room with handsaws. They quickly sawed through the few cables connected to the server, which were no longer active after the persona entered it. Then they loaded the server, about the size of a large refrigerator, onto a flatbed hand truck and rolled it out of the server room. Cassian and the black column continued to watch on the monitor as the pair rolled the server to a freight elevator and then brought the server to a large, retractable door that opened automatically for them as they approached. Now outside in a loading dock area, they pushed the cart to a truck with a trailer. The trailer was equipped with a lift gate, which they used to lift the server to the height of the trailer's back door so they could load it on the trailer. Once loaded, they closed and secured the doors of the trailer. One of them spoke to Cassian on their comm system. "Package secured. Light 'em up." "Roger that," Cassian responded in the comm system, acknowledging that the server was ready to be cleansed by an electromagnetic pulse, or EMP, that would be generated inside the trailer. The walls of the trailer were heavily shielded to contain the effects of the pulse. With another string of keyboard commands, Cassian gave the order to cleanse the server with the EMP. A second later, it was over, and Firefly 73 was gone.
We'll see you next time on the Shade Chronicles.